Alright, hello again YouTube. I'm going to do my best to keep this short. By short, I mean under 5 minutes. So, we shall get going. I decided I was going to go back, and I'm going to tell you guys some of the stuff I wasn't able to tell you before from the AVPS logs, things I made a reference to that I wasn't able to actually talk about until AVPS came out, and now that AVPS is out, I'm going to talk about them. So, the first thing was in Episode 7, which was Sunday Part 2. We're back in the hotel room, and I'm reading through the cast list on my program. I get to Tyler Brunsman's name, and I kind of fly off the handle and go a little fangirly. The reasons for that was, 1, he does the best transition between Happy-Go-Lucky Cedric, Doubting Fudge, random Hufflepuff, well, random Hogwarts student, and so evil he's more evil than Voldemort Lucius Malfoy. Yes, he is more evil than Star Kid Voldemort. It's great. That is part 1. He's really talented. It's great. He sings well. He dances kind of well. It's great fun. The next part of that is his Lucius is definitely channeling Jareth from the Labyrinth, and at that point in time, Amanda and I were on a Labyrinth tear. So seeing Jareth Lucius was fantastic. Then the last thing is I own a similar pair of shoes to the ones he wears. It's not he wears these with like a boot top to them, but these are just pretty much just like the ones he has. Yeah, it's great. I squeaked a little bit when I realized that. Those are my guard shoes from 3 years of color guard. They're like jazz dance shoes. It's great. So that's my thing about Lucius, is he's fantastic. In the next episode, I mentioned twice about having a song stuck in my head, and that song was Get Back, or not Get Back, it was Harry Frickin' Potter. I just had the Your Harry Frickin' Potter line stuck in my head, and that was playing over and over again. That and the la 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 la's from the those voices, which that was the best Mirror of Erised scene I've ever seen. Everybody was so well cast. I was really, really fond of that one. That made me squee every time, especially since we were reading Sorcerer's Stone at that point in time. I was chewing on my pillow when I got home to keep from squeeing when I was reading that, because it was late at night and I didn't want my mom attacking me. So that's all of that. I make a reference on the train to something that was, which is also in that same episode. I make a reference to something that reminded me of something from AVPS, which was on the train, on our California Zephyr. Our conductor said we want to maintain a family environment, so no bad language, and you need to keep the alcohol use to a minimum, which then made me realize Lupin would be kicked off of this train before he could say poopy. It was great. Just the way those things come together. What else? There was one more thing on the train. Oh, I mentioned that you'll probably be able to hear me snort, which you can hear me snort. It's in Act 2, Part 13. It's at about 2:45, right after Sirius says his line about Venice, which was the same actor, had that line in MAMD, when he was the old Snatch, and that same line just made me snort. Nobody else kind of got the reference. I mean, I am assuming some people did, but I snorted. It was funny, and you can hear me snort. It's great, because they did use Sunday night's show for the majority of it. Then at the very end, you can hear Amanda and I both, she shouts Hufflepuff, and I shout Ravenclaw in the rendition of Get Back to Hogwarts. Hers is substantially higher pitched, so it's easier to pick out, but mine is, like, there were only, like, 2 people that I can pick out, and one of them is me. And I fist pumped and shouted Ravenclaw, and it was great. That was, like, the night of my life. So then, when we got back, I haven't had a chance to vlog this yet, but when I got back, every Sunday I visit my dad, and I missed going on the day that we went to see the show, because I was in Michigan. But I got back, and my dad had gotten me a bunch of Harry Potter related stuff. It was great. So he got me Pants Goblin, who is my dysfunctional owl, who was supposed to bring me my Hogwarts letter when I was 11, but he got sent to rehab. Yeah, he's an alcoholic owl. It was great. Of course, I would get the dysfunctional owl. He also got me a Ravenclaw scarf, which is awesome. And, as Tiff would say, the coupe de grande. He got me the most important plot-related prop of the entire show without knowing about it. It was so perfect. I squeed a lot. It was great. So yes, I have a time turner. It's fantastic. I think that's it, the props and stuff. My last little bit is going to be about this bit at the end. Harry has a monologue after Days of Summer and right before Get Back to Hogwarts. He's talking about how we only get 7 years at Hogwarts, but the time away is what makes it the most special, and it's a great monologue. And at the very end, right before Get Back to Hogwarts, he says there's always a way back to Hogwarts. And I just want to, I don't know if they're ever going to see this, but I want to thank them so much. You guys were my way back to Hogwarts, literally. I mean, I was out of the fandom for so long. I went to see the movies, and I read the books, but it had been a really long time since I had reread the books, and the movies were just kind of there. But, I mean, it's hard to explain. It's like, it is like going back, and I want to thank StarKid for that, because you guys are just brilliant. I am eager to see whatever you guys turn out next, whether it's a sequel to a Harry Potter sequel or not. So that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna be done. Expect a video in a little while of some clips from my AVPS night party that we had. There's a couple silly clips of us goofing off, which is great. So that'll be it, and that's all I've got to say. So, if you haven't seen it, go see it. And if you haven't seen it and you're watching this, you've been spoiled for a bunch of the good parts, so sorry. But that's it. So I will talk to you guys all later. Bye!